Almost there. Almost there. Come on, just one more kill. Yes! We got it. Ah, that was amazing. That was such a good match. Ah, and I'm glad we won the round. Ah, it was so good. So good. Oh, hi there. I'm your host, Crash, of the Crash Box. And we've been having a lot of fun on streams recently over at, well, twitch.tv/CrashSmash01. And we've been playing a lot of cool games. We've been premiering some new games. We've been doing taste tests. We've been doing some new canonical lore and sketches. It's been a lot of fun. But that's not what we're here to mostly talk about today. You're here for Crash Box, and we're here to deliver. Which is why today's episode is a little special. Today's episode is the Lightning Round Variety episode, or episode 5. Basically, we recorded so many plethora of sketches and fun bits and other cool things that we couldn't actually fit a bunch of these things in specific episodes because we just love you that much. So here's what we're doing. It's the Lightning Round Sketch Comedy Variety episode, special a-go-go. We've got some sketches from a couple friends. We've got cooking stuff, including the long-awaited sequel of Certain Mac and Cheese. And, if that wasn't enough, we're premiering a brand new reoccurring segment that you, the folks, have been asking for a long time. And, to add a nice little bonus, we've even made our first ever Best of Twitch compilation. That's right, these are all clips that you yourself have clipped on twitch.tv/CrashSmash01. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Lightning Round Variety episode of Crash Box, which will be a funny little anecdote near the end of the episode about that too. Bye!
Come out more, I can touch you better.
Okay, here.
There we go, okay.
I love being touched. I'll try it again. Go ahead. Whoa! Holy crap! Oh my god! Thank you, Big Eunice! Holy fuck! That was great! That was the best shit. That was a big ol' epic save. That was a good epic save. Yeah! Yeah! That was good, yo! That was really good. We're out of here. We got it, yo. Heck yeah. Holiday W. What a great gift. That was good. That was really good. Are you on Rocket League?
Yeah.
No, Iron.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep Internet Explorer closed for a sec, by the way.
Okay.
A little depressingly sad, but...
I don't think Iron's on Rocket League right now. Uh-oh. He's having his audio test, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, here. I get...
Also, Johnny, say hello to the new King's Canyon.
I will.
It is brighter, there's a new area, and there's a giant crashed ship.
Ooh.
As well as a floating party boat.
Floating party boat.
I highly suggest we don't go there.
But in the words of Hulk, but big monster.
Unless you want to die.
I already put the turtle shell that I have right here.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. No, wait, check your inventory, because I think that's mine.
No, my inventory's empty.
So is mine. What happened to the turtle shell I had?
I don't know.
We
Okay.
only had 2. I had 1, you had 1.
Yeah, and that means both went into this scene. Whatever.
Hey,
Hey,
guess
whatever.
what though? The cabin? She finished.
It's done.
And we got meat racks. We somewhere actually. Make this journey a little quicker. Journal. Yes. Fast travel, please. There we go. There we go. Fast travel a little bit so it's less running. Okay. So we got that done. Okay. Grab my horse. Come, butt stallion. Quest step 1 out of 53. What? Like, okay, I get it. It's their way of having people log in each week. I get that.
And Osiris?
Sweet that you should care, little bird. I have been Osiris for as long as you have known him.
Ah!
I will return him soon.
Actual rage!
In exchange for your
No! Why?
Pray this is the one
Why?
truth. Divine.
Too, because all the little hidden stuff is like really hidden. But we'll get there eventually. Plus, I love the sand surfing in this game. It's fun. And now, the most epic, super emotional deep dive into a new Mountain Dew flavor from Applebee's, as hosted by Roxas.
Tastes like blackout. You're welcome.
And now, the simply simple, simplest yet simplistic movie reviews with Sir Crasheth of Smasheth. Today's movie review: The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. That Catacris is pretty funny, not gonna lie. Sir Crasheth of Smasheth, what did you think of the recent sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard, simply known as The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard? I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I liked the first one a lot. Movie was really good. So I went to go to a free screening actually of the sequel because of Adam tickets. So which I appreciate the hookup. So thank you. I went to the AMC next to where I live and got some popcorn, watched it. Thought it was funny. It was a good movie. So that's it. It was a good movie. It's pretty funny. Acting was good. Jokes were good. The script was good. The ending is definitely weird, but it's a funny weird. It's not a bad weird, but it's just a funny weird. So good movie. I'd go see it again. That's it. Hey everybody, it's your boy John, aka CrashMash01, and this is a part 2 of a epic cheesy trilogy, if you will. And I already tried the first box. It was of the Cheetos mac and cheese, and it was just the regular cheesy ones. They were okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But it wasn't terrible. Part 2. So, I got the box right here. I got some water boiling. And this time we're actually going to pair it up with some meals. So, I made, just to pair it up, 2 barbecue turkey breakfast sandwiches that have been slightly toasted, as you can see. A little bit of extra turkey on them. So, and then obviously you can't pair a sandwich without a pickle. So, but don't worry about that stuff over there. That's for another video, another day. But yeah, basically, we're gonna try this out, the cheesy jalapeno ones. So hopefully they're better than the regular Cheetos-ish ones, because they tasted like Cheetos, and it tasted like mac and cheese, but it tasted more like Cheetos than it did mac and cheese. And at that point, I could have just bought a bag of Cheetos at that point. So, but the water's boiling. I'm waiting to cook it. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. So, something a little different that I wound up doing. I didn't have any actual milk, per se. So, I know the instructions call for basically at least a little bit of milk or cream, whatever. But I'm kind of weird. I don't like my noodles and stuff too wet and like too creamy and all that. So because of that, I just did a little bit of butter and like the noodles and stuff. But yeah, that's what the noodles look like. They look a little bit like, I know it's probably not showing on camera, but it looks a little bit of like a darker cheese color than say the previous one. So, but I haven't tasted it yet, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, actually, I'll just do it here. Here. We're gonna do the taste tester right now. So, here. Got a fork. And, I'll eat my sandwiches in a little bit, but first initial reaction, this is the jalapeno ranch one. Okay, right off the bat, this one's different. Doesn't taste like Cheetos. Doesn't even taste like mac and cheese. It literally tastes like the jalapeno ranch, like, taste, but without the Cheetos taste. It literally, like, the best way I can describe it, it feels like eating a noodle version of a salad that has like a jalapeno kick and then like a little bit of ranch. Wait. Okay, I got a little hint of that cheese flavor, but that's about it. So this one actually I kind of like a little better than the first batch. Because like I say, it's not as wet. It's not as, like, you know, sticky and moistury and stuff like that. So, but it actually does, as advertised, it tastes like jalapeno ranch. I do get a little bit of that hint of Cheeto taste. Yeah, once I, like, start, like, chewing it, going through it, tasting it, it slowly creeps up on you. So, this one actually does as advertised. Now, we're going to take a bite of my sandwich that I made and then see if the difference pairs well with the sandwich. More. So I took a bite of the sandwich, and the sandwich I made is really good. Well, now I got the taste of the sandwich. Does it pair better with the taste of the sandwich? Actually, yes, it pairs better with a sandwich. Especially like a barbecue sandwich. Because now that tastes like something I could eat at like an outdoor grill or picnic. That would be it. But it's not bad. It's pretty good. So, that concludes part 2. And, I haven't gotten around to making it. I was going to do it another day. But, of course, for people who do know me, I love spicy food. It's a little tease. But, yeah. That will be the end of the trilogy, so to speak. So, until then, this is Crash Smash 01 aka John signing off. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but, you know where all the stuff's at. The bell, the subscribe icon, the follows, the socials, and stuff like that. What am I, every other YouTuber ever? I'm not going to harp on you. So, you know what to do. Do the thing. Anyhow, I'll talk to you later. Peace. Man. What a busy day. I got a lot done. Quite a bit done. I am tired, though. Although, it is kind of interesting. I know for a fact that ever since the weird time travel shenanigans I had a while back, and now that there's a infinite multiverse of different me's, which is canonically odd, I wonder how some of my different versions of me are doing right now. Let's see if I can check in into some of them. Well, actually, sir, there is not just infinite timelines of you, sir, but there is, in fact, actually infinite parallel multiverses. As a clear example, I am the nerdy version of yourself that's more factually intelligent and correct. And I happen to be a card-carrying member of the SHIELD Academy. So, my job is more important than yours. So, your silly little content creation and video editing is rubbish compared to what I do. Hey, yo, man, listen, this is XX Marvel Fan 52 here, man, and look, I understand the whole thing about, different timelines and different multiverses. I would know. I've watched every single Marvel movie at least 20 times. And look, all I do is live and breathe Marvel. I mean, I have an Alex Ross shirt. I've got a Marvel Loot Crate hat. And all I think about is Marvel 365, 24/7, every waking, breathing moment of my life. And I can tell you right now that nothing is more important than waiting for the next thing and product to buy from Marvel. I love Marvel so much. Marvel is my flesh and blood. I have Spider-Man tattooed on my kidneys. And let me tell you, that was not an easy surgery to do. But let me tell you, I definitely traded in enough bottle caps and moonshine to be able to do that. Yes, sir. I love Marvel. Yep. Listen, if you're confused about any of this multi-universal, cosmic, canonical timeline hoo-ha, I can tell you right now, it ain't as confusing. I'm gonna let you know right now, even the most basic NASCAR, beer-loving Marvel fan like me, myself, definitely enjoys it, yes sir, more than I do, Aw, jeez, I've been used to this since, season 1. Aw, jeez, I like Rick and Morty a lot. In fact, Rick and Morty is also, my favorite thing of all time. I hope to, shave my head and get the haircut like, Morty and go on adventures with, a old grandfather-like figure and, I even have a punch card with, just like in the show, I've been on a lot of adventures. I'm hoping to cash it in with Rick, soon and, go to Boob World, just don't worry about it, infinite timelines and stuff. Grandpa Rick has been telling me all about it for some time. Dude, man, listen, I can tell you right now, man, all this multiverse hopping shit, man, will really mess with your mind. I'm just coming down from a severe concert high, and, I've seen nothing but aliens, man. They're everywhere. They show up, and, they totally, probe your mind, and it's super weird, man. Granted, I've eaten nothing but Cheetos and pot brownies for the past 3 weeks, but, there's a reason why I have this shirt, man, and, I just don't trust anyone, man. The government's out to get you, and the Illuminati's trying to sell you gold, man. Don't buy their gold, man. It's not gold. It's battery acid and Hershey brownie squares. It's pretty weird, man. Hello. I am important, science version of you. We have been conducting research for a while now on the strange patterns that are going on within your connected universe attached to our current reality. And we have done some underlining experiments. And thus, I am here to calmly let you know that your current reality and current timeline is not in any protocol or danger whatsoever. You should know, I'm a scientist. I wear a scrub. I have important adult pants on. And on top of that, you can trust this test baby that we have in a jar. That's not in any way, shape, or form from a certain video game in your timeline. This is in fact a real baby that has been crystallized in a tube. That is not in any way, like I say, legally, related to a certain baby in a tube in a hit PlayStation video game that is in your timeline. Ignore the baby. The point is, do not freak out. You will be fine. Everything is under control. We have mandated, quarantined, and isolated the incident that is causing the ripple effect in your timeline. And as such, you have nothing to fear, and trust your government. Kid, listen. If you're worried about messing with the timelines and alternate realities and stuff, don't worry about it. I know this is all new for you, and look, I get it. I'm basically a version of you that essentially is Doctor Strange. So, I get it, alright? I'm an all-powerful, time-traveling, reality-warping wizard. So, look, I've got the cloak, I've got the eye. Look, it's not much more that you can do. But all I can say right now is my best advice, since you're still kind of new to this, just enjoy the ride, okay? Just enjoy what happens. You don't know what's going to happen, and you never will until it happens. So, I can't just give you the answers because, well, if I do, then your reality and all these other realities just won't exist. Simple as that. So, but what I could tell you is this. Definitely enjoy yourself. Keep doing what you're doing. Go to that Mexican place more often. They have really good burritos. and they may not be around much longer. So just that I can tell you. Go get it. Go get a breakfast burrito. It's pretty good burritos. Okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna go. You know, timelines and everything. So you know, you do you. So I'm gonna go fix a few things. So later. Hey, I bet you're probably trying to check in on all of us. Don't worry, we're fine. We've got other shit that we're dealing with right now, so don't worry about it. In fact, keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you checking in, but trust me when I say we're fine, okay? It ain't nothing that you need to currently fix right now in any way, shape, or form, okay? You just keep making Crashbox. You keep making your stuff on Twitch and YouTube and all the socials. You just keep doing you, alright, man? Cool? Are we good? I mean, kinda, but like, I don't understand. Yours is normal. Are you just another version of me in the same timeline, or what are you? Oh no, I'm a completely different timeline, man. The only main difference is that for some reason Gary the snail actually exists in our universe. That's the only thing that's different. And well, a lot of them are incredibly racist. Huh? What's that, Gary? You want to say what? Gary! That's incredibly racist! Okay. Welp. This is what I get for trying to, I guess, establish lore. I guess. I don't know. This is what I get. Nope, this is what I get. I'm just gonna, I guess, open a bag of chips and snack and, you know, screw it. Might as well get on out of here. Oh, these are actually good chips. What are these? Quest tortilla style protein chips, loaded taco. I forgot I had these. These are actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. I forgot that I was gonna do a taste test for one of these on stream or something. These are pretty good. Well, am I in the timeline now that just eats tortilla chips? Oh. Maybe one day we'll figure this out, guys. Hey, everybody. I'm gonna be honest. I received this sample like a while back, and I don't think I ever got around to actually like really going through it. And I feel kind of bad, so I'm just recording a quick little like bit, essentially. So there's this brand of chips that's called Quest, and they sent me a nice little box. A small box. It's like a sampler box, but basically they're like, well, hello there. You know, share the hashtag sampler love. And they talked about some of the different sample products, but it's from Quest Nutrition. And so, I feel bad because, like I say, I never got around to, like, really, like, taste testing a lot of these outside of, like, for the ending of like one other sketch. So yeah, I figured, just as you can tell they're already open, but I figured snack on them, let you know that they're pretty good, because they actually are pretty good. I do like them. So I don't know if you can find these like in stores. I think you can find them in like maybe gas stations or like convenience stores and stuff like that, but they're pretty good. I do like them. Now, to also be fair, I did kind of roll out of bed and had the munchies. So, you know, I was thinking, man, those tortilla chips, the loaded taco ones, sounded good. But I like them. They're pretty good. So, anyhow, I wanted you guys to know. I just kind of forgot about the sample. Never got around to, like, trying them on stream for the most part. But I figured, there you go. So, that about does it, guys. I'll see you for more content. Bye. Okay. Do some of your voices. I'm recording right now.
Vegeta, look, it's a Pokemon. It's a shiny Pokemon. I will capture it. Big brother, help! I like buttered toast. This is Batman. I don't know. Hey guys, how's your health plan? Apparently it's great!
Is
running
there
out
a
of
certain
voices.
character you love doing constantly with a certain reference?
I did all the ones that I remembered the most.
Something involving a certain stanza?
Oh no, my stanza! Like, dude, you're alive! I know, right? Oh, my stanza!
Brock, this is getting
This is
absolutely
the mighty
ridiculous.
monarch, and I will conquer Mrs. Girlfriend.
Sweetie, I am not in the mood for conquering right now.
Everyone's in the mood for conquering. That's why it's called conquering.
Sweetie, that's called dominating.
Oh, well, I was told it was conquering. And I'm going to dominate the crap out of you.
Much better, sweetie.
Alright, let's stop it right there.
Okay, I'll end the recording right there. And now, the debut of a brand new segment. The Comic Corner with Crash. Today's comic is Berserker by Keanu Reeves and Matt Kindy. You know, it may not seem like it at first because I rarely bring it up on this show, but contrary to popular belief, I'm kind of a big comic book guy. Now, let me explain something. So, I myself enjoy a good read. Whether it be a good graphic novel, a regular comic, occasional manga, a good one-shot. Personally, my favorites are 6-issue miniseries and one-shots, and like little like self-contained stories. That's just kind of my thing. And I'm also, well, a big Marvel guy. Now, don't get me wrong, I like my fair share of DC as well, too. Hell, I'm the one guy, if you ask a bunch of friends, I'll advocate companies like Boom Studios, Titan, and Dark Horse more than I will, Marvel or DC. But, interestingly enough, there's been more and more celebrities and people teaming up with famous comic book artists and writers to kind of give their own medium and their own take on the comic book world. And interestingly enough, Keanu Reeves actually made a comic and it's actually a really good read. It is simply known as Berserker. Now, what I have here is the first 5 issues of Berserker. And with this, as part of the comic corner, not only am I going to show off each individual issue and the cover art that I own, but what we're going to do is give kind of a brief synopsis of the story, that at least from my understanding of what the plot in the story is. And then, if you want to check it out yourself, go to a local comic shop, go support local business, and go get some sweet comics. So if you don't have a local business, or a local comic shop to go to, go and at least do what you can to support locally at other businesses that sell comics near you. Or if not, you can order digitally off of Comology, Amazon, and many other websites. But I want to show off each individual bit of cover art that I have after my alarm goes off. And with that, I want to show off the first one, because look at that impressive cover art. Look at the attention to detail. Look at just like the art in like the characters' faces and the expressions and everything going on. This feels like a movie poster. I would actually get this as a poster. But strangely enough, I believe this one that I wound up having is actually a variant cover. So the second one that I have isn't a variant, but it is a different kind of cover. And I really like the style of it. It's got a bit more of kind of like a grimmer, more darker look to it. It shows off kind of the hardship of the character itself and what Keanu's character is. And I really like the cover of this one. Now, I like this one too because it represents kind of like different, almost split personalities that's going on with this one. And kind of more of like Keanu's character, if he wants to become more of a normal human being and more of a normal person, or does he want to continue being this, slightly militaristic style weapon. Number 4 is a really, really good one, and I don't think this one's a variant, but I just really like kind of like the moment of like thinking and clarity and thought that's with it. And that's with this cover. This cover is really good because it's just so simple. It's just the character itself just sitting there grieving and thinking and going through turmoil in such a heavy, heavy way that you can almost just feel the tension coming out of this issue. And trust me, this one's a really heavy issue. And then finally, the 5th issue that I have currently is of this one. This one's not a variant, but it's just, we've all been there. The idea of just going absolute mad, enraged, furious, and dare I say, for the pun, berserk. So, what is Berserker all about? Well, Berserker is interesting because the series, at first, and I think this is intentional a little bit, but at first the series starts off a bit vague. So, like, the series was written by Keanu Reeves as well as Matt Kind. So, and then it was illustrated by Ron Garvey, colorized by Bill Crabtree, and also lettered by Clem Robbins. So, and it starts off, which I don't want to reveal too much because of spoilers. It starts off with him introducing himself and kind of monologuing to himself about basically working for the military and the government as this kind of like supreme weapon, as this supreme soldier. But you don't realize much about who Keanu's character is until maybe halfway through the book a little bit, because a lot of the panels and a lot of the illustrations early on remind me of like Samurai Jack, kind of like 80s action movie kind of scenes with, you know, the black bars and borders and stuff. And, you know, it gives you an idea of just how powerful Keanu Reeves' character is in this book, which is quite nice. And I've read this thoroughly, so it's nice kind of just even glossing through, like, the blood and the art and the explosions. But, like I said, right about the halfway point of issue 1, maybe a bit more, is when you start to see the depth and the insanity of Keanu's character. And you start to see, like, what he undergoes, different procedures, different tests, and kind of a little more of just the basic plot of what's going on as to why his character has been working so closely with, you know, federal governments and agencies and stuff for so long. So, and then the first issue literally leads off into going back into a tease of Keanu's character's past to find out more of, well, what makes him tick. And that's kind of like the plot. It's a very like gritty action sci-fi movie kind of comic. And I really like it, especially because, so by issue 2, right, you get to issue 2, and, you know, a lot of the same illustrations and lettering and writers worked on this. Issue 2 actually specifically dives into the character of, like, his birth. Like, the concept of birth. The concept of being born into a new world, a new time, and exactly who Keanu's character in the comic was like, even as just a kid, even as just, like, being born. And to me, like, even as like a young adult. And again, a lot of the blood, the violence, the action really does remind me of like a really cool, gritty, like action 80s movie. So, now what's cool as well too is issue 2, if you happen to find it, also contains a special preview of another comic which I plan on looking at in the future called Ballistic. If I can, hang on. Boop, Ballistic. And from the little preview that I read, it actually is pretty good. So, but that's not what we're talking about today. Issue 3 of Berserker also kind of goes more into, like, a little more in detail of kind of part 2 of his birth and his, like, heritage growing up, becoming an adult. So it's kind of like I want to say it's almost like a Conan the Barbarian past, without spoiling too much or anything, with issue 2 and issue 3, which is cool because you get more detail as to what makes Keanu's character just, well, for lack of a better terminology, all powerful. So, there is, and again, it is to be continued as well in issue 3, which they go back and they end kind of the study of going into his birth and his upbringing and stuff. Issue 4 is a bit more about, honestly, kind of his psyche, kind of like his insanity, kind of like what, like, made him a bit more violent and gritty and malevolent and bloody the way he is, instead of just him growing up and him kind of going through the times and the ages. Which, again, I don't want to spoil anything because it is a fantastic read. It's just the way you can't really describe the plot of this comic without mentioning, like, specific sci-fi tropes. And normally I hate specific sci-fi tropes and cliches with burning passion,
But the one or two that they kind of use in this comic read is actually really good. So, and then you finally have issue 5. Issue 5 now kind of brings him back to present day, you know, dealing with all the experiments, the drinking, kind of like what he's dealt with in modern times, all the testing, and a little bit of music talk as well, too. There's a cool scene involving a bear, where I believe he just straight up fights a fucking bear. So, and then at the end, it kind of teases him, I think, getting like a new power of some sort. And then the government is like, did we get the test and the data that we needed from him? And one lady scientist is like, yeah, we got it. And then it just kind of like, to be continues, like right there. So, now, that's the first like 5 issues, right? Is it worth picking up? Is it worth spending your money on? Honestly, yes. If you like gritty action movies, like 80s, 90s, very gritty, like ham-fisted action movies, but in comic form with just a smidge of sci-fi, you're gonna like it. If that's not your ballpark, though, and you don't like a lot of the, you know, action movie, gratuitous, like, violence and stuff, you're not gonna enjoy this read. I'm telling you that right now. Whatever story that there is more interwoven into the action and the carnage of sorts. So, what would I rate it? Well, keep in mind, this is an ongoing. There's supposed to actually be about 10 issues of this series. But for a temporary placeholder rating, I would give it, honestly, about a solid 8 out of 10. Maybe a little 8 out of 5. Just the only reason why I wouldn't give it like a perfect 10 or a perfect 9, some of the violence is cool and illustrated really well, but some of the violence is also a little overkill, but that's the point. And then the other point is it takes about at least 4 issues for the plot of the comic series to really kick in, because you're spending the first issue establishing who the character is, and then the next 2 issues establishing like his birth and his like upbringing and like, you know, his earliest memories and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a slower pace for what seems to be like an almost action movie style comic, but it's good. So 8 out of 10, worth picking up. Go, if you can get the single issues, great. But if not, I believe there is a trade paperback of Volume 1 that you can get, or you can read it digitally online. But that about does it for the Comic Corner. We'll be back with probably more comics in the future to review. If you have a specific comic you want me to review and read and, you know, do on Crashbox, hit me up in the comments. I've got already a good stack of comics already planned, but I'm always up for suggestions. So, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
And, get your read on.
Well, hey guys. First off, welcome to the end of the episode. I promised there'd be a little bit of a quick little antidote before we wrapped up today's episode. So, I don't know if I've said this on Crashbox or not. Hell, I've done multiple takes of introducing the behind the scenes of this idea multiple times at this point. But, you know, it's always kind of funny because originally, Crashbox was never meant to always be based on a theme. So, the very first episode of Crashbox, I always like to describe to people, well, it's basically a loot crate in video form. It's basically a mystery subscription box in video form. just with all your favorite lovely YouTube things, like taste tests, and cooking stuff, and games, and comics, and you name it. And it's funny because the very first episode of Crashbox, if you go back and watch that, to this day, you could tell that, you know, it was always meant to be from the get-go a mixed variety show type, well, thing. And as the show evolved over time, companies started noticing Crashbox. And a lot of them over the past year, upon making Crashbox, sent a ton of care packages. And I'm very grateful for all of them that did, because it shows that this has potential. That there are companies and people out there who are watching Crashbox. And thank you. Thank you for honestly watching. It really means a lot. I've received care packages from PepsiCo, Mountain Dew, Chomps Beef Jerky, Cheez-Its, multiple fast food companies. I've gotten, you know, advanced movie screening tickets for stuff for Crashbox. All sorts of things. And it's even opened up the door for great streaming experiences. And Crashbox was always meant to be kind of a show for the people. It wasn't meant to be just all about me. As you can see in recent episodes, there's been sketches and bits and stuff that were all done by my friends, or all done by guests, or, you know, all done by people who wanted to just be goofy and have fun and do something wacky. And that was always the whole point of Crashbox. But as the series evolved, you could tell that we started doing everything based on a theme as well too. Which I love doing the themed episodes and the special holiday episodes. They're great. And you guys enjoy them and companies enjoy them. And I enjoy making them. They're fantastic. So I guess what I'm just trying to say is the show has definitely evolved since the first episode. We've had now 5 regular episodes, a 4th of July Bunker Buster special, the first part of a Halloween special, and coming soon, a late holiday special, you know, a winter themed special. But I just want to say thank you guys for coming along, watching the show so far, and I want to leave you with this. So, the initial plan for Crashbox has always been based on TV production. Most TV shows typically have about a 12 to 13 episode order run. Now, usually a lot of TV shows, right around episode 6, would have their mid-season finale. Unless you're an animation, in which case, animation, it's usually episode 13. Most TV shows that are animated usually have a 26 episode order, or production order. So, with that in mind, I have one thing to leave you on. You may want to grab your Ben & Jerry's ice cream and your sad tissue box, because the mid-season finale of Crashbox is coming soon. And, well, I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, it's going to be a really sad tearjerker episode. Because I want to thank you for taking this journey with me together. I'll see you for the mid-season finale. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey guys, this one's kind of a quick last minute bit that I came up with, but recently I finally got a chance to acquire apparently it's an old drink that came out in like the early 2000s ish, but I just never tried it. Pepsi Blue. It's supposed to be a berry flavored Beepus. So we're gonna try blue. We're gonna try Blue Beepus. So I'm gonna take a quick swig of it because I was mainly gonna try this on stream originally, but I figured this would be a good closing like end episode bonus bit I could stick somewhere at the end of an episode, because you know how YouTube is. God forbid you know. Cut-offs don't happen still in 2022. But I digress. We're going to try it. Oh, wow. That's actually really good. I like that. That actually does taste like a good, like, berry flavor. So, okay. That about wraps up this little bonus bit. I'll talk to you guys whenever. Bye.